Chapter 4. Major Landforms. The Earth's surface is made up of land and water. Around 29% of the Earth's surface is covered by land and about 71% is covered by water. The surface of the Earth is not uniform or even all places. Some parts are flat and level, while others are raised. Landforms are natural features of the Earth's surface. They are also known as relief features. The major landforms of the Earth are mountains, plateaus, plains, deserts, and rivers. Mountains. A mountain is a landform which rises more than 900 meters above the mean sea level. Mountains cover about 20% of the total land area of the Earth. Mountains differ in height and shape. They have very steep slopes. The highest point of a mountain is called a peak or a summit. Mountain peaks are mostly conical in shape. The height and shape of mountains depend on their age. The Alps and the Himalayas are young mountains. They are high and have conical peaks. The Appalachians and the Aravallis are very old mountains. Therefore, they are low and have rounded peaks. Are you aware? Mountains cover 1/5 of the Earth's total land area. It is said that Mount Mauna Kea, a volcano in Hawaii, USA, is actually the tallest mountain in the world. Its height above the mean sea level is only 4,205 meters. The base of the volcano is 6,000 meters below the sea level, making it taller than Mount Everest. Several mountains may join together to form a chain or a range. Mountains often have a series of parallel ranges, which may extend for hundreds of kilometers. The Andes in South America and the Rockies in North America are two examples. Importance: mountains have a thin soil cover and steep slope. It is difficult to grow crops here. The mountainous regions are thinly populated. This is due to an unsuitable climate, shortage of flat land, and difficulty in transportation. Despite this, mountains are very useful to us. Mountains act as a barrier against cold and hot winds. Rivers originating from mountains provide water for irrigation. The slope of mountains have rich pasture lands and valuable forests. Some mountains are rich in minerals. Plateaus. A plateau or tableland is a highland with a flat top. It rises abruptly from the surrounding land, giving it steep slopes. Many rivers and streams flow through plateaus. Some plateaus are very large and extend over hundreds of kilometers. The Deccan Plateau in India is an example. The Tibetan Plateau is the largest and the highest in the world. It is surrounded by mountain ranges on all sides. Other examples are the Colorado Plateau in North America and Bolivian Plateau in South America. Most plateaus are in dry regions and on the leeward side of the mountains. Due to high altitudes, the climate is cold and the growing season is short. Many plateaus have deep canyons on their surface. The Grand Canyon in the Colorado Plateau is an example. Importance: plateaus have grassland on which cattle and sheep are reared. Some plateaus are rich in mineral deposits. Plains. A plain is a flat and low-lying land surface. They are also called lowlands. They can be level or slightly hilly. The slope of the land is gentle. Plains may be formed by deposition of sand and silt by rivers, as in the case of the northern plains of India. Rivers carry sand and silt with them. When the rivers slow down, these materials are deposited on their banks. Plains are formed by these deposits. Some plains are in the interior of continents, while some are near the sea coast. Plains are more thickly populated than mountains and plateaus. Importance: plains have fertile soil, which is suitable for agriculture. Most ancient civilizations came upon the banks of rivers on the plains. Most big cities and towns are located in the plains. It is easier to construct railways, roads, aerodromes, and canals in the plains. Deserts. Deserts are land areas that receive very little rainfall. These areas have a dry climate. Deserts have little vegetation due to less rainfall. Frequent dust storms. Hills of sand called sand dunes. Very hot days and cold nights. Most deserts are located on the western side of continents and on the leeward side of mountains. Some examples of deserts are the Kalahari Desert and the Sahara Desert in Africa, the Great Sandy Desert and the Great Victoria Desert in Australia, the Thar Desert and the Arabian Desert in Asia, the Patagonian Desert and the Atacama Desert in South America. Rivers. Rivers are natural channels that carry rainwater from melted ice and snow from mountains to plains, lakes and seas. These channels start as streams and join together to form a river. From the place of origin to its mouth, a river passes through 3 stages. The upper or the young course. Most rivers originate in the mountains. Here the speed of the river is very high. The river cuts a deep and narrow channel in the mountains. Some features of the upper course are canyons, waterfalls and rapids. The middle or the mature course. The middle course of the river begins when it leaves the mountains and enters the plains. Here the valley widens. At this stage, the speed of the water decreases and the river develops loops. They are called meanders. River Ganga, for example, has a meandering course between Prayagraj and Varanasi. The lower or the old course. In its lower course, the river joins a bigger water body such as a sea. In this course, the speed of the river is very slow. The river deposits the silt it carries near the mouth, forming a triangular-shaped land called delta. The largest delta in the world is formed by the Ganga and the Brahmaputra rivers before they join the Bay of Bengal. Things I have learned: mountains, deserts, rivers, plateaus and plains are some landforms on the Earth's surface. Plateaus are highlands rising from the surrounding areas. They have flat tops. Deserts are large areas covered with sand. They receive very little rainfall. Flat and low-lying land surfaces are called plains. Mountains are the highest landforms. A river passes through 3 stages: upper, middle, and lower, before reaching the sea.